bound angle pose, or Baddha Konasana, is a pose that allows us to stretch our hips, inner thighs, knees. To begin the pose, we begin in staff pose with our knees together. Then we let the legs gently fall out as we bring the soles of our feet together. I will point out that I am using a prop, which is my yoga stool. And the reason for this is that it elevates my hips. I have limited range of motion in my hips and my knees and my spine. And so I wanted to share with you that we use props because poses demand proper alignment. And if I'm sitting in a position that I cannot get into proper alignment, then we use things like yoga stools, blankets, blocks. And so in this case, in order for me to elongate my spine, sit upright, I need to be sitting on this stool. So from our soles of our feet together and our knees rolled out, I'm going to want to elongate my spine and also bring the crown of my head straight up towards the ceiling as if you have a string and it's pulling you straight up, elongating the spine. The next part of the pose is to grab your toes with your fingers. Now you'll notice as I do this, I'm really flexing my spine. I'm not able to stay upright and elongate my spine. So basically what I can do as a modification to the pose is if it's comfortable for me to grab my shins, I can close the loop as if I was holding onto my toes by holding onto my shins and creating that counter pressure that allows me to able to elongate my spine, sit up straight, bring the crown of my head towards the ceiling, and fold forward towards the front of the mat. So actually I'm getting the full expression of the pose, even though it doesn't look like I'm doing your standard bound angle pose. So it's important to note that even if all I could do is reach my knees, as long as my spine is elongated, the crown of my head is going towards the ceiling, I'm going to get the benefits, the same as anyone in other modifications of the pose. So as I pull forward on my knees, I elongate my spine, I relax my shoulders down, I get the full effect with a breathing inhale and exhaling and staying in this pose for about 30 seconds. I'm going to get the full effect of bound angle pose.